Alright, now that I got the notch done in the tube the way I like, I got this plate. I gotta mark out the center for the tube to be welded to, and I gotta put 4 mounting holes because I'm gonna bolt it to the floor. It's a little out of square, I mean not much, but I'm just gonna hit it on the belt grinder and try to square it up a little bit and then mark out everything. So alright, here we go. Got the belt grinder just held in the vise for now. This will work for this. I got a 36 grit shredder on there. Let's square this up. Those 36 grits make life real easy, that's for sure. We're all good to go. So I got the pipe. It's going in the center is 3.5 inches, and I got 7 3/4. So if I take off 3.5 inches, I got 4 1/4 on each side. So if I mark off 2 1/8 on each side, that should technically give me the right amount in the center. Alright, and I got all my center points. Just gotta punch those and then drill a hole through and then clean this up and remark it, I guess, because that'll be all gone. And then I can weld everything together. Well, after that unfortunate bit getting broken, I'm all done with the small bits, and I'm going to do a 3/8 hole, and I'll leave it at that, and if I want it bigger I'll go from there, but I think I'll be fine with 3/8. Alright, now that we got all the mill scale taken off and I'm ready to weld, I got a couple of pieces of angle iron that I sandblasted. It was covered in paint. These are going to get welded right here with the holes in them. And this is the bottom of the tilting part of the belt grinder stand. And I'm going to put a couple of holes in here and do some welded nuts. And then that can get bolted right down to the post. And it'll be nice and sturdy. So that's the next step. Alright, now that I got the holes drilled in the angle iron, I'm going to mark out a 3.5 inch section in the center of this. So we got like 12 1/8, so 6 1/16 ish. And we gotta go a little more. There we go. Now we're going to go 1 inch and 3/4, 1 inch and 3/4, and there we go. Got 3.5. I'm just gonna take my square, put a couple of lines here. So what I'm gonna do, throw these things around. Now I'm going to get this centered on the post here and just throw a tack weld on it, and then I can take my drill and get the exact point of where the hole is. That way if the measurement's off a little bit, I don't have to worry about that. And I got these little rulers here. They're about 20 thousandths a piece. So I'm going to take 2 of them and put them right here and set this on top. And then get the tack in there. That way these are off the base just a little bit, so when I bolt it down, it's getting pulled down onto this nice and tight and not bottoming out on this. So I get a good solid fit. Alright, now that we got these tacked on, I ended up putting these clamps here because I tried it earlier and it started wandering on me. So this should hold it just enough so I can get the where the centers of the holes are supposed to be. The 5/16 hole, and I'm just using a 5/16 drill bit just to get that center. And then I can finish drilling it with that thing out of the way, now that I got my centers. So I'm going for a 1/2 inch hole because I got some 1/2 inch rod I'm going to drill and tap to be the welding nut, and because I don't have any actual welding nuts, so this works pretty good. That's what I did earlier. So alright, so I got the nuts done. Not quite the same length, but that's fine because they're going in here. You won't see it anyways. I just gotta get the mill scale off here, then I can weld those in. Oh yeah, I also did degrease these as well before I weld them in. Oh, I need my foot pedal. Well, here we go. Got them both welded in, and apparently I do better when there's a camera in the way than when I actually have a lot of room to actually move around, so that's weird. I'm gonna grind these welds down so that I don't these don't bottom out, and it's bottoming out on the post instead. So I'm just gonna knock those down. Alright, I'm ready to weld these on the brackets now, fully. I did a test fit just a second ago off camera, and the holes didn't quite line up, so I had to take one off and adjust it a little bit. I mean, it's a 5/16 hole with a 5/16 bolt, so there's not much play at all anyways. But after I get these welded on, I might just open the hole up a little more, maybe go up just one more size, so that way there's just a little bit of give. But I like the fit now, so now I'm going to weld them on. Alright, there we go, getting a few rainbows. You can see, started. But yeah, so that's good. And here's the other one. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now, weld it to the base, and we're good to go. Okay, get some lines marked out so it's all centered. I'm going to turn my welder up and throw some tacks on it, and then we'll run some beads. Alright, here it is. Got the first bead down. I'm going to do a weave over the top. It's not really necessary for this, but it'll be good practice and it'll look pretty cool. So, that's why I'm going to do it. Going to let everything cool down a little bit. Had my welder running at maxed out, and so the torch is a little warm, and so I'm going to let that cool down so it's not quite so hot to hold on to. Alright guys, so here's a test piece I did. Filming this with my iPhone because my other camera will not focus when I'm up close for some reason. Anyways, so I did the first route, just dabbed it, and then the second route I did a weave. Used number 8 cup and 1/8 inch filler wire, or filler rod that is. So anyways, so the test is all done, so now I'm going to do it on this. Now my phone won't focus. There we go. So now I'm going to do it actually on the base plate. Okay guys, so here it is. That's the first weave coming around. This is the second weave. This one I had a few issues with, so it's not super consistent. This is the third weave I did. See, it started to get on the hotter side. I don't got the colors anymore. Then I had to leave for work, and when I got back I did this last one. This was the fourth pass, or the fourth weave, I guess. But anyways, so there it is, all done, and now I just need to paint it. Yeah, this is an old speed reducer that my dad brought home from work, and I turned it into a rotary table for welding, and really have never used it. But that's the setup right there, boys. And there's my fancy lighting. Alright guys, there it is. So, all welded up and good to go. I might put something here. It's kind of sharp. That's what that's from. But yeah, we're all good to go. And that's gonna conclude it for this episode. See you in the next one when I paint this and make some anchors to mount it to and get it all set up. So till then, see you later. You still here? I'm just cleaning up. Nothing exciting anymore. I mean, bye. Alright, now that we got all the mill scale ground off, so I can grind.